Hi, I'm Keith Gillespie, Flowserve's Chief Sales Officer, and I have the opportunity today to talk a bit about our growth strategy, which we refer to as 3D. And I'll get into a little more detail as to why we refer to it in that fashion. But let me start with the fundamental foundation for our strategy. And it's based on two important macro trends that we see underpinning the energy transition landscape. The first, and this is very important, is that no matter what the trajectory and magnitude of energy transition, traditional energy sources are going to continue to be an important part of the landscape. And we know that our customers, oil and gas customers, nuclear customers, these customers are going to be a big player in this environment, and we're going to continue to serve them very well. So our foundation and strategy starts with our existing core markets. On top of that, we also know that there's a tremendous amount of activity investment going on to enable energy transition. The good news for Flowserve is that most of these new energy transition technologies have elements of flow capability within their requirements. And Flowserve has hundreds of years of experience in serving those types of process and applications. So we're well positioned to not just serve the existing customer base, but also to enable that energy transition as well. So let's talk a little bit about each of these trends. First, as I mentioned, the trajectory around energy transition is hotly debated, it's discussed, and one of the favorite pastimes for many people is to try and predict peak oil demand. The reality is that peak oil demand is sometime in the future, at least 7 to 10 years from now, if not longer. So many different sources prognosticate, but the reality is we see growth increasing from pre-pandemic levels well into the near-term future. So we know that our core markets, oil and gas, petrochemical, energy markets, those markets are going to remain robust for the foreseeable future, and Flowserve is going to continue to be a big player there with our customers. On top of that, we know that the investment required to move the world towards its carbon reduction goals is significant with regards to energy transition. The dollars are staggering, and they always start with a T for trillion. So whether it's 30 trillion, 60 trillion, $100 trillion, the numbers are massive. And even if we're off by an order of magnitude, there's going to be a significant amount of investment and energy, no pun intended, that's going to move towards energy transition. And as I mentioned, Flowserve already participates through our flow capability in many areas such as carbon sequestration, hydrogen production, concentrated solar power, biodiesel. All of these areas are going to be getting significant investment, and we already have capabilities that allow us to play in that space. So both core markets and new markets are the foundation for Flowserve's future. So what does that look like when we roll out our strategy? It's important, as I've said several times, to emphasize that core market. We are not going to move away from serving our existing customer base. We've built a business around those customers, we are trusted partners with those customers, and we are going to continue to make the investments in our people, our products, and our capabilities to serve those customers as they evolve their businesses. This means that we're going to invest in new products, operational excellence, IT infrastructure, training for our people. We know that we can be a better partner to our existing customers, and we're going to continue to make those investments. Having said that, we know that energy transition and developments across the globe offer opportunities for accelerated growth on top of those core markets. And we refer to these accelerated growth opportunities by the 3D'S: diversification, decarbonization, and digitization. Each of these 3D'S offers Flowserve an opportunity to broaden its business platform, diversify and grow into new markets, and position us to be successful not just for the next 5 or 10 years, but for the next 30 to 50 years. So let me explain a little more about what we mean by diversify, decarbonize, and digitize. With regards to diversification, we have identified 5 priority areas that span end markets, product offerings, and regions that we think have unique characteristics that are attractive enough for us to invest extra resources and attention. Starting with two end markets, water and specialty chemical. Each of these two end markets has dynamics that are showing above market growth. Water infrastructure investments are a priority for just about every government around the world. Specialty chemicals are benefiting from everything from medical products to textiles to the bodies of electric vehicles. All of these demand items are going to drive growth in specialty chemicals. Then we've got two important product and offering areas, vacuum products. We believe we can build on the strong heritage of our C-Heap products and not only grow in markets that we serve today, but also move into new markets that we've got opportunities to serve, such as semiconductor and thin film manufacturing. Our seal business is very robust, very successful, and a trusted partner in many end markets. But we see opportunities to go beyond where we've been successful. Compressor, dry gas seals is one opportunity. And then in industrial and mining applications, we see opportunity to leverage our portfolio even more. And then from a regional point of view, while there are lots of regional markets we serve, we believe India has some unique characteristics that warrant particular attention and investment. It's a very large, dynamic, growing market. It has a lot of the same characteristics that we see in many of our successful Western markets in the Middle East or North America or Europe. And we have a very significant presence in every part of our product portfolio. So not only is India important for us as a base to serve the rest of the world, we see India for India as its own demand opportunity as well. So those 5 key areas we believe will broaden Flowserve's business platform and create a business model that is less cyclical and more stable going forward. As we move over to decarbonization, this is all about taking advantage of energy transition. And it starts with serving our existing customers and helping them take advantage of opportunities, but also face the challenges more efficiently in that energy transition space. We refer to this as energy advantage, and you'll hear a little bit more about this later. But energy advantage is a set of offerings that helps our more traditional customers reduce energy consumption, directly reduce greenhouse gas emissions, improve reliability. We believe our customers are going to become increasingly pressured to operate more efficiently, more effectively, and energy advantage allows them to do that while also being a better global citizen with regards to carbon emissions. Then there's new energy transition technologies. I've already referred to this earlier, but whether it's hydrogen, carbon sequestration, biodiesel, concentrated solar power, Flowserve is already participating in these areas, and we believe with some of the incremental improvements we're going to make in our portfolio and offering, we're going to be a major player in these new technology spaces as well. And then liquefied natural gas, LNG. This is becoming an attractive, accepted transition fuel. And while it's not pure green, it's absolutely much more cleaner burning than some of the coal or oil energy sources that governments are tapping into. So access to LNG is becoming an important part of many governments' energy portfolio and strategy. Flowserve has a very robust, successful offering across our entire product suite that allows us to participate in this space. And then finally, digitization. Just like other technologies, industrial Internet of Things, digitization, this is an enabling capability. Our customers want to run their facilities safely and reliably. Red Raven is an offering that allows our customers to do that by giving them access to real-time data and predictive analytics around their facilities and their equipment. It's a successful product that we're rolling out in a diverse set of industries, many of them traditional spaces we've served before, such as oil and gas, but also moving into newer areas like steel production. Our customers benefit when they understand their facilities, their products in a more real-time fashion, and that's what Red Raven does for our customers. So this has been a quick tour through our overall strategy, which again we refer to as 3D. It's built first and foremost on our heritage as a great flow control company, serving a lot of very dynamic, very demanding end markets, and we're going to continue to serve those markets well, but we're also pivoting and starting to move Flowserve in a direction that will take advantage of the significant investments and movement in the energy transition space. Thank you for your time today. We appreciate it, and I'll turn it over to our next speaker.